All right, guys, good morning. We're on day 9 of the challenge, making a quick breakfast, trying to really get my nutritional value up. So I may add a few more things as I go. Haven't decided yet, but I'm definitely boiling water right now back here on the fire. We're going to be making oatmeal. Now, you can make quick oats if you have refrigeration of some sort. That's an option for you. Those are overnight oats. Man, they are delicious with honey and granola and yumminess. Oh, anyway, squirrel. But I'm gonna get some simple oatmeal going. I'm gonna add in cream. Okay, I skimmed just a little bit of cream to put in that. I need to make butter. I can make butter again. Holy moly! But nonetheless, so I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna fry up some eggs. I'm gonna also add in peach salsa. Have you ever had peach salsa? Oh yeah, I can it. This is some of my stock that I have. It's been sitting in the pantry, and I'm going to use it and open it, so that's going to be deliciousness. My kids are wanting me to do some French toast. I may or may not do that, depending on what they're doing inside. Or they may partake into the, of course, the oatmeal, which I'm going to also sprinkle with my blueberries, okay? So let's get this going. It's getting hot, and time is always of the essence when you are cooking over heat. Always know that. So there's some salt to add to that. We've got beautiful eggs. Look at that. Cream leg bar egg right there. And of course, golden comet. Check that baby out. All right, let's get cooking. All right, guys, what I've done is taken the oatmeal, and you can see right there, I have poured in molasses. And I've also sprinkled in, there's my eggs cooking. Woo, it's hotta hotta. I've also sprinkled in cinnamon. So cream, molasses, trying to not scrape the bottom too much, and cinnamon. I'm gonna let that continue to monitor that and stir it just ever so slightly. I'm gonna flip those eggs, baby. All right, real simple. You can see it's going. I just added in a big handful of dried blueberries, dried fruit. Apricots are great, pineapples great, apples are great, blueberries, the whole 9 yards. And there is the egg. So if you've got a dehydrator, which I do, and I need to get on this and get more in my pantry, okay, you can pick them up at the great places. You can also dehydrate your own. There's all kinds of dehydrators, okay? We'll talk about that soon. But have it in there because you can really, it's a quick grab at moments like this. It's great to have. All right, let's keep stirring. All right, guys, took the egg off. It's perfect. This is just slightly simmering right there, getting the blueberries all infused. And there is my canned peach butter. Peach butter. I love peach butter, too. That's peach salsa. Hello. I got apple butter on my mind today, don't I? But what I'm doing is just letting it simmer. And I make this just like I do a salsa, but the main body, instead of tomatoes, is peaches. It is delicious. And if I'm not mistaken, that ball canning book I'm sending out probably has a recipe. In fact, that's where I got it originally, but the new one, I'll verify that for you. So, nonetheless, letting that get hot and simmery and smoky, and we'll get that on the plate. Boy, I'm getting a little excited about this. All right, guys, less than 10 minutes, ready to rock and roll. Small fire, goodies from the pantry, things we've prepared for. Homemade oatmeal, quick oats, added in some cream, a little, I did put a pinch of salt in there, just a hair, I didn't tell you that. Just a little bit of salt, then I did a little bit of molasses and cinnamon, and I've got my blueberries in there. I cracked 2 eggs in a really good little Lodge cast iron skillet, and then I sauteed a little bit, heated it up, my homemade peach salsa, which is the bomb. Homegrown sliced tomato. I know you're seeing a lot of tomatoes now, guys, but I'm telling you, come January, I will pray for that on my plate. Don't you, though? I mean, you just got to love it when it's around. Fresh, raw milk, milked by this little milkmaid right here, right down in the field behind me. I've got the molasses here in case I still want a little bit of sweetness. Now, you can use maple syrup. You know, you can use different things depending on how you keep it. So, I did throw in, remember my flip rolls? Watch me flip. Watch me, Nana. Yeah, my flip rolls, there they are right there. I've still got some of those left over. They're still fantastic. I'm going to eat it. I might dip it in molasses. Who knows what I might do? This is what I'm talking about, folks. Having self-preparedness counts. Having things in your pantry. Having animals that you raise yourself and don't depend on anybody else's is going to make or break you in the end. I'm going to eat. We're going to enjoy it. I'm going to make a little brunch situation out of this. we'll see if I have a true lunch or not. Like I said, I'm finding that with cooking like this and how much I'm eating, I'm trying to carry over. And honestly, I'm getting down to 2 meals. Like 2 meals and a snack. You know, like a breakfast, a snack, and a dinner, or, you know, somewhere in between. Because frankly, that's what they did. They pretty much cooked twice back in the day, and they carried a lot of things over because of the reasons I'm talking about. They were, you know, using it up. All right, gotta eat. Talk to you soon. I'm hungry. Busy day. This is gonna rock my socks off. People, you got to make peach salsa. I'm always reminded of how good it is when I'm actually using it. You just use it like regular salsa. I normally use it with tortilla chips, but I thought, you know what? I could put salsa on this egg, and then I went, girl has got to get out the peach salsa instead. You got to try it. Take my word for it. I feel like I'm in kindergarten today. Eating my oatmeal, drinking my milk, and sitting in a chair that's way too low for the table. I need to get a different chair or move to the picnic table, don't you think? I think so. Spoon's too big. That's called a Jethro Bodine spoon. They work. So this is how we roll for lunch. I had a late brunch breakfast. I find that if I can push a little bit on my breakfast, then lunch time, if I'm home, can be something smaller and snacky and things like that. So I'm having some tomato, peanut butter. I've got a little bread over here. I've got cantaloupe. We're trying to get out the door. We've got to go get some school supplies and pick up a couple of things and make it back. I am hoping to make a really good, comforting dinner. My husband's working late, so that's the plan. So I'm just hitting this real quick. Going to run a couple quick errands, which is not quick, but nonetheless, we can just go and get back. But and you know, check the barn and whatever. So this is what I'm doing for lunch. This is lunch, if you will, people. Snack, lunch, whatever. So trying to keep my protein up, you know, but really trying to enjoy the fresh things that you see here. You know, it is recommended, did you know this, that if you were to ever eat, the best food for you to eat as a standalone for breakfast that I've read, you all may have a different opinion, is cantaloupe. And I'm going to tell you right now, old Fred can grow some mean cantaloupe. That's the power of having real good homesteaders around you that like your eggs. You get cantaloupe. We got to get going. Are you sleeping? Are you resting? You going to be a good boy? We'll be right back. You keep an eye on all the critters. You be the mountain lion, you sweet thing. Yes. All right, guys. Good evening. Get away, you fly. We are cooking dinner. This is the 9th day, dinner time. As you can see, it's already getting dark. We have late dinners, guys, because the man is working 15-hour days right now, so I was waiting until he got home. And the kids are working on chores and finishing up for the evening, so I am whipping up a very quick dinner. A little bit tired today. A little bit tired. When you get up and you do these things, and you milk the cow, and you get some school going, and you do chores and the heat, and then having to run errands in the afternoon, and then you come back because we have to drive so far, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of nights I'm just not up for it. So we're going to make this a very simple, easy dinner. We're going can. So what I'm going to do is whip up some canned ground beef again, because I'm going to make my husband some soft tacos. That's what he wants, so that's what we're doing. Now, I'm not going to make my tortillas tonight. We have a cheat for him. I really don't want that. I'm just going to eat some rice and the mixture, because that's what I like. So what I'm going to have is the beef. I'm going to mix in some canned tomatoes. I'm going to mix in some black beans. I don't want to turn them because I've already opened them with the can opener. But first I'm going to put in, I just picked this pepper. I just rough chopped that thing. I'm going to put it in there. We're going to cook some rice with some spices. I'm going to add an egg to it. And I'm going to have like a rice, vegetable, southwestern style little dinner. He's going to have some soft tacos with cheese and sour cream, and it's probably some rice on the side. So this is what we're doing. I'm going to get it whipped up. Again, all of this in food storage. And you can even make it more advanced if you want. I'll tell you what works really well instead of like this and this. If you have your own home canned salsa, which is what I usually do, and just let it simmer, simmer, simmer with the meat and the beans, you talk about fantastic. But we're going fast tonight, and I didn't want to go grab all that out. So guys, you know, it's called making it quick and simple, and these things apply. So let's get cooking. All right, guys, so you've already seen my canned ground beef, so you know that you're going to have a separation from your fat that comes to the top. So I went ahead and just poured all that in there. See how all that fat and the water is separating from the meat? So what I do is I'm going to let that simmer with the peppers. And then I'm going to try to pour some of that off, because I really don't want to eat that personally. So they always say flavor's in the fat, but, you know, that's a little overkill for me. I like using these little 8-inch Lodge cast iron skillets. If I'm just making a quick whip up of rice for like maybe 2 people, not getting a big deal out here, put that on that fire, put you some olive oil in it, and then I put in my jasmine rice. I have rice in storage. You've seen that in my video. It's a no-brainer. Tara has rice in storage. So I went ahead and finished off a bag that I have on hand. I'm trying to use what I got that's already open before you crank open anything else. I think that's pretty much what your mama would tell you to do. You don't want to waste anything. So I'm letting this simmer. I'm going to pour this off. I'm going to keep that stirred, and when it gets really thick and dense, I'll pull it off the heat. When you're working with this, you've got to rotate. See? You can see where all that is right there. This teaches you quicker than anything you can work with. You guys that do this all the time, you guys out there that camp and do these things, you know, you've burnt some stuff up. You know you have. We all have. That's how you learn. That's the only way. Somebody was asking me questions about Dutch ovens and should they have legs and trivets, and they were just so afraid to burn something. Burn it. That's how you're going to learn. You got to get burnt, you know, in order to know what to do the next time. So let's keep moving. All right, guys, this is what we're doing again. What is it? What is up with me having dinner between 9:15 and 9:35 every night? It's called being a homesteader. So here's what we've done. I've just done the rice, cooked up the rice as you saw it. I put an egg in it. Any egg will do. I will tell you, duck eggs are fabulous in that. And then I whipped up the ground beef, the beans, the tomato. All of that was simply canned. Okay, guys, nothing hot there, or new to you. So you can do all that. You can buy all that. You can can all that. Very, very easy to do. I added in some salt and pepper. Let's see, salt, pepper, and taco seasoning. That's it. And you've seen my taco seasoning before. This was a quick last minute, what are we going to do for dinner? I was going to potentially do vegetable soup. I was too dog tired. Now, what's this little applesauce sitting down here? I like to have a little sweet bite with my dinners. You know, I'm one of them people. So, applesauce is always a good alternative. Let me tell you what I've learned in this whole ordeal. If you are a person that is, you know, just 1 or 2 people, or you have the potential of having small children in the mix, I'm going to highly advise you to buy these little individualized things right here, just a couple, because I've had, that's my last one too, folks. That's my last one. It's just been sitting in my little pantry, just been sitting there all by itself, and it doesn't expire for another 1 year and 3 months, if I remember correctly, by looking underneath it. I think it was October, so 1 year and 2 months. We're going way into 2017. My point is you're looking at a pretty good expiration date on that. And the point that I'm making is, you've seen already, if you don't have refrigeration, you're going to have to start figuring stuff out real quick. If you pop something open, then you're going to want to have to eat it pretty fast. If you've got a lot of people in your family to feed, which could very likely be this scenario, which would be a very high likelihood here as well, then it's not going to be so much of an issue, but maybe not. You want to give yourself options. Applesauce and things like that, a quick pick-me-up, are great to bake with. You can substitute oil. You know, you can do eggs and applesauce to cut out oils to make something up real quick in a baking situation. So my point is having small, quick on-hand portions of something that once opened has to be refrigerated, sort of deal. You might want to think about that. I'm just throwing that out there. If you want to pick it up, pick it up. But so this is what I'm doing for dinner. Water, and guys, it's shower and bed. We are beat. We are just beat tonight. So we will see you in the morning. Don't have a clue for tomorrow. I just wake up and say, God, what are we going to do today? And we just go forth. We appreciate y'all watching. Now today is Tuesday, day 9. We will proceed tomorrow with day 10, which is tomorrow, which is Wednesday. I will not be filming on Thursday, which is day 11. I am going to be going to a funeral. So that's where I will be. So, letting you know in advance what's shaking and baking with that. All right, we're going to whip this down, get showered up, and we're going to sign off for the night. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Don't forget about our blog. We'd like to see you there, too. We'll talk to you tomorrow.